Hey guys, I'm here in beautiful Malibu, California, where I'll be spending some time with Pepperdine's men's golf team and getting to know this year's squad a little better. You're watching Golf on Campus, presented by Golf Pride MCC Teams. Sahith, I want to hear a little bit about how you started playing golf.
It's actually a pretty funny story because a lot of my family never really got into sports. It was really just my dad that was super into it. So I got into it just by watching sports with my dad when I was young. I mean, 2, 3, 4 years old. I'd be throwing around little plastic footballs, and finally I just remember watching the Masters with my dad when I was really young, and he got me a plastic set of clubs, and I just kind of got into it that way. And my dad realized I had some athletic ability, so I played a lot of basketball when I was younger, but yeah, that's pretty much how I got into golf.
My name is Sahith Theegala. I am 7 years old. I'm going into 3rd grade next month. I love golf.
How was your junior career?
Yeah, my junior career was it was kind of mixed bag. My first tournament I ever played, which was crazy, was Junior Worlds when I was 6 years old in San Diego. First tournament ever, and ended up winning. So my dad and my family were like, wow,
That's a big one too. I played there.
Yeah, and it was like, wow, okay, this guy, there could be some potential here. So yeah, I ended up winning Junior World 3 times, all when I was really young, 6, 8, 10. And then I kind of struggled for a little bit, but then back in high school again, I kind of found, I've always loved the game, but I've kind of found a new perspective and started playing really well again, committed to Pepperdine. That's kind of how junior career went.
You had just an extremely successful first 3 years.
Yep.
Lowest scoring average in Pepperdine history. Can you talk to me about those first 3 years here at Pepperdine?
Yeah, the first year, obviously, I think a lot of other college players can attest to this, was just a big learning experience because I wasn't used to practicing that much. I wasn't used to such nice facilities too, which is a big bonus. I think that's one of the reasons why I was so successful. I was just able to practice on, world-class facilities and really hone my game that way. But it was a slow transition too. Once the freshman year, I got kind of really excited. It went by really quick, and all of a sudden sophomore year, it's like, okay, it's time to get in a little bit, kick it in gear, and then all of a sudden 2 years are gone. I'm like, wait, what? I only have 2 years of college left. But it was definitely, I could feel myself making progress. Obviously, Coach Beard and the assistant coaches that I've had have helped me along the way. But yeah, I definitely think I grew up on a couple public courses, so the facilities thing was huge. Being able to practice on, facilities that are actually similar to the tournaments that I'm playing at was really big for my transition.
And then you were 2-time All-American, 2017 WCC Co-Player of the Year. Thinking your senior year is going to be your last year,
yeah.
And you have a wrist injury that requires surgery. What happened to your wrist?
Yeah, it was kind of a combination of things, but the main one was I tore my TFCC, so my cartilage. So pretty much every time I swung like a driver or tried to hit some cuppy chip shots, it would hurt really bad. And I tried to play through it, but it got to the point where I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. I can't even play my game. So I made the decision to redshirt a year, which just sucked, but because I wanted to keep playing, and it was the longest time I've ever gone without golfing. I didn't play a tournament for 10 months.
Oh, wow.
But now, looking back at it, I just look at it kind of as a blessing in disguise. I mean, I was able to change my swing a little bit, really improve my rhythm and just how my swing works so that I put a little less stress on my wrist and back even. Because ultimately it was my swing that caused my wrist to get hurt. So if I look at it that way, it's been awesome. It brought a new perspective for me. It made me realize golf isn't, everything. I have unbelievable support and my family and my friends. So it's been awesome. I'm not gonna look at it as a down thing, just something that brought me up.
I want to hear about how you got into golf. Who introduced you?
My dad. He went out there I was probably 2 or 3, just crawling in and out of the cart, watching him play golf and just watching how his body moves when he swings, and that's kind of how I got into the game.
What age were you when you thought, okay, this is maybe not just a hobby, like I could actually be really good at this?
Yeah, 14 years old. Originally, I thought I was a basketball player.
Okay.
You know, I grew up playing basketball, played through high school. I ended up winning Junior World as a 14-year-old. I kind of never really practiced golf that much, and I was like, whoa, it's a little more fun than basketball. So I thought that would maybe have a future in it.
And it seems like you're on that path for sure. Already preseason, one of the Golf Week's top-ranked freshmen, Arnold Palmer Cup. You're leading that in rankings.
Yeah.
Have you felt just some serious expectations though that have come with that?
Yeah, definitely. Always there's expectations for pulling a load like that, but I've been talking to a couple of people, you know, they've been helping me out how to deal with expectations. Most importantly, just got to stay in the moment. What we're doing with Coach Beard and Blaine, you know, staying at practice and working on the stuff we do each and every day, you know, and the results are going to pay off if we do that.
Your family owns a chicken farm, 35,000 chickens.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, my dad started that business when he was about 22 years old in college. He walked on at San Bernardino College and was playing golf in the afternoons and delivering eggs in the morning, you know, starting up the family business. He's had it for about 25 years now, so it runs in our blood.
Absolutely. And when you're not playing golf, are you helping on the chicken farm?
Yes, definitely. My brother and I are definitely helping on Sunday mornings before church, gathering eggs, you know, washing them, cleaning them, getting ready for Monday. On Christmas Eve and New Year's, we had to go out there and gather eggs too, because our workers have off, but we don't. So, but yeah, it's fun. You know, it brings the family together.
Have you found too that the work ethic that's required with the chicken farm, has that translated into your golf game?
Yes, definitely. You know, going back to my dad, watching him get up early every morning working on the farm, and you know, getting out there and working as well with my brother, has really taught me how to practice hard and work hard, no matter if I'm playing golf or in school or in life. So it's taught me a lot.
So I heard you can even get a little bit of practice in at the chicken farm.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
We have about 3 square acres. So I measured it off. It's about 187 yards. So I can hit a nice full 7-iron and be okay, where it doesn't go over. But yeah, my brother and I, you know, we hit tons of golf balls out there, wedge game, different telephone poles we can aim at. We even have a basketball court out there with lights. So if we want to bring the mat over, we can hit at night and watch the balls take off. So it's great. You know, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm here with senior Josh McCarthy. He's going to run some practice drills, a little bit of his routine with us. When you come onto the golf course, onto the driving range, what is your practice routine?
Right, so first thing I do a lot of times here out at Sherwood is a great wedge facility. Oftentimes I'll drop a bag and just start out with some wedges, get loosened up. Right now I happen to be working on wedges, work on dialing that in.
So how do you do that? Are you working on a certain yardage? Is that what you're dialing in?
Exactly, yeah. So here at, it's about 50, 60, and 75 pins for yardage. And yeah, I try to just kind of, in my head, always get like a good base number, what's 50, what's 60, what's 70. And then when I go to the course, I'm able to play off those numbers and adjust slightly for yardages in between.
All right,
yeah.
Let's see you hit one.
So I'm gonna go out to the 60 yard pin.
Oh. Beautiful. And do you see too that if your wedge game is on, that can really translate into the rest of your clubs?
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking about this with my coach. I think a good wedge game kind of frees the whole game up because it takes pressure off my putter, it takes pressure off my driver if I hit a poor shot. I know I could get up and down for a par. And I think obviously in this scoring zone, this is where I'm trying to focus on. This is where birdies are made inside that 140 distance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see you hit another one. Back to that 60?
Yeah, back to the 60.
Okay.
I'm trying to work on, everyone does this a little differently. I'm trying to work on kind of feeling short to long. So that's kind of my feel on these shots, and it kind of gives me kind of that soft feel. I'm looking for.
Nice, and it also creates quite a bit of spin. We can see that your ball is really reacting well up there.
Yeah, certainly.
Is there a certain drill that you like to do when you're on the golf course?
So one thing I've been working on recently is kind of just the drill of staying connected. So like even just tuck my sleeves in a little bit, and it gives me the feel that the club's staying out in front of the body. You know, not getting back in here too much, and that could create a little bit of a handsy action. Yeah. So trying to use the big muscles a little bit more.
Well, what's great about that drill is that you can use it anytime. You know, you're not having to bring out a tool. Like you're always gonna have your shirt, so you're able to just tuck it in, and then get that feel. So when can we see it? Actually, you hit a ball with that drill. Yeah,
try to feel like the club is straight out in front of me.
Nice. Is there a part of your game that your coach has helped you improve on? Is it swing or just kind of the wedges you need to hone in?
They've helped me with a lot. One thing we've talked about recently is really just kind of visualizing what shot I want to hit. Okay. And from that, allowing my body to kind of put the club where it needs to be. I think it's too easy sometimes to even get like too caught up in what technically you should do and lose track of the feel. Am I trying to work at high, low, right to left, left to right, and then I think kind of seeing it and then doing it is something that I've been working on. It's been helping me.
Absolutely. I always say that sometimes it can be so easy to get caught up in the swing stuff that it's that paralysis by analysis, then you can't even swing. So just having a feel makes a really big difference.
Exactly.
Coach, this is your 8th year as a head coach. You were also here though as a player at 99 to 02. What is it about Pepperdine that's so special?
Well, it holds a special place in my heart for sure. Just the people here, I'd say. It's hard to put your finger on it, but I'd say the people all the way around, from athletic department to the professors to just the normal students, and then obviously the student athletes. You know, I had such a great experience, and to be able to come back as a coach has been awesome. And to try to share that with our guys that we have now, and try to make even their experience even greater than mine was.
Do you feel that being a player here does add something special to what you can share with your players?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I've been through it, had classes where I didn't want to be in, wanted to get out to practice, and just the memories that I have here. But just knowing this place and knowing how unique it is, I feel like that I can connect with those guys in that way.
Well, now you've had a bunch of experience being the head coach in your 8th season. What would you say is your coaching philosophy?
My thing is I like to establish the culture, chemistry, but then also get it in a way where they know that if they shoot 80 when they get off the course, I'm gonna think of them the same way as if they shot 65. And I've found that once they feel that they can trust me, then we get somewhere with golf. So the golf is kind of secondary to me, but once they get that component of trusting me, that I can go and tell one of our players, hey, your putting stinks, and it's not a shot to their self-image or self-belief. So, so we've made some progress with that, but then also I think that our guys are pretty mentally tough, and I say that in a way where they recognize when there's a tough shot. You always know there's 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe more shots on the course where you're like nervous and you don't know how to get through it, and those are the moments that I feel like we're mentally tough, where they know how to put that stuff aside and get clear on what shot they want to hit. But we can't get there doing that if it weren't for the trust factor.
Your team plays here on Golf Channel and Golf Channel's YouTube page. We're on campus and taking you all access with the best men's and women's programs in college golf. Find more episodes on the Golf Channel YouTube page and exclusive clips on Golf Channel's Instagram. Thanks for watching Golf on Campus, presented by Golf Pride MCC Teams.